Pisces, welcome to your in-depth yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous, and happy New Year's to you. Let's jump into it. Show me what I need to see, please, for Pisces and their person. Show me what I need to see, please, for Pisces and their person. What's going on, please, for Pisces and their person? You have to excuse my outfit today. As I was explaining to Scorpio, we are gym ready. So, once we are done with the water signs today, we're going to gym class and we're going to bust a sweat, honey. We're going to get that sweat out. Oh, I love a good exercise. I love good exercise. I love a good sweat. You name it, I'm into it. I love it. We're going to start with your side of the board first, but of course, take it resonates, leave it does not, reverse energies as it applies, cross watchers same. With your side, 9 of Swords, stress, 7 of Cups, the Lovers. You got someone on your mind, honey. That's the long and short of it. You've got someone on your mind. Okay, and it does cause you some pain. It causes you pain up here because our thoughts keep turning back to this person, whether we like it or not. And the 7 of Cups, we're trying to understand our feelings for this person and our connection, because sometimes they're confusing, sometimes they're overwhelming, sometimes the cups make sense, sometimes they don't. It's just a lot to feel. It's a lot to think, it's a lot to feel, and you're trying to process it. That's all I'm seeing. And then we have, of course, the very strong Lovers connection here. We'll see what's going on. Surrounding 6 of Swords, I see. The Hermit. 3 of Pentacles. You know, if they left, if they move forward, all I can tell you at this time, from their point of view, it was something that they had to do. They had to heal and work on themselves. Okay? I know it caused you pain. I know it caused you frustration. I can't justify why they left. All I know is that they said they had to do it. They needed to literally work on themselves. Okay. And possibly in the interest of repairing things, maybe with you in future. Okay, we'll see. Let's see that shared energy, please. The World. Yes, we cycled out. Ace of Swords. It was the Truth. The Hanged Man. So it seems like, and here's your overview. You're tired. You're 9 of Wands. You're exhausted, honey. Okay, you're exhausted. You're exhausted. You're frustrated. There's blockage here. What you share between you two is a couple of cycles. But they were cycles that looks like they weren't changing. Okay. And it's a truth that you two share. You two were cycling over repeatedly without change, the Hanged Man. We are supposed to get perspective about this cycle, not keep perpetuating it. Okay, that was the job between you two. We need to take a look at this cycle because we were repeating it over and over again without any different results. I believe something in them recognize that to some extent because they are showing me healing in the interest of repair, repairing themselves, repairing their mind, repairing their heart, and then possibly repairing the connection with you in future. But the idea is, honey, that this, whatever you two were in, it was going nowhere. And things hadn't changed, and there were truths here that just were not being acknowledged between you two. And so it was going like this. It was on a closed circuit. It was going round and round and round with nothing to break through and make it stop. So there was no change in whatever this was. So that world either had the potential to close or to open. But for some reason, you two kept doing this. It wasn't really closing, and it wasn't really opening. So there was a lot of truth here. So trust me when I tell you this connection needed to be suspended for a reason, because there was no change. There was no new information being gathered or garnered between you two. So I know that you are exhausted, and I know that you are unhappy, and I know that you are frustrated by this connection, what it means, how it affected you. Why did it happen like this? Why did they leave? They're telling me that they left 6 of Swords. But I promise you with the Hermit, they said, I need to work on me. Okay, that's very strong. We're going to take a look at that. I'm not trying to justify what they did. You both have your sides. Okay, that's all that they're telling me. So let's take a deeper look at the both of you. We're going to start right here with your exhaustion with that 9 of Wands. Some of you are physically exhausted. Most of you are just really sick and tired of thinking about this. But we keep thinking about it. You know, and that's not a crime. That just means that you have pain in there that has not been resolved and it has not been healed. And it comes from a place of love, but mostly confused about the feelings, specifically. Show me that 9 of Wands, please. Show me that 9 of Wands, please, for Pisces. Show me that 9 of Wands, please, for Pisces. Show me that 9 of Wands, please. Show me the 9 of Wands, please, for Pisces. What's going on? Death. Scorpio energy. 10 of Wands. It was a burden, honey. High Priestess. Somebody knew, you or them, somebody knew that this couldn't sustain. They felt it intuitively. They said the burden and the strain was too much. And so if that's true, believe them. And if you said that to yourself, then you believe it too, because it's true. Somebody said whatever this connection is, it hurts. It hurts. And it's hard to carry. So we have some Scorpio energy here. We have Virgo energy here. We have Gemini energy here. That may or may not mean anything. Could be dealing with a fellow Pisces as well. But somebody's energy says this is too much, and I feel it intuitively. Whatever it is that's between you and I isn't stable. It's not stable. It won't smooth out. The energy won't smooth out between you and I. And if that's the truth, you know, the Nine of Wands, honey, that's doing the same thing over and over again. That's exhaustion, because we keep fighting that fight. So I'm telling you, this was a self-perpetuating cycle where it was neither being fully closed or fully open. So how long you two were running that loop together, I don't know. But it was overdue for injection of truths and eventually suspension. Okay. Somebody here did it. Somebody broke that kind of closed circle energy. I'm guessing that it's them. They are showing me Six of Swords. And they're telling me this is too much. The energy between you and I, it's strenuous. It's not cohesive. It's unstable. It's just constant tension between us. Tension, tension, tension. You felt it, so did they. And somebody here used their intuition in the acknowledgement of that particular truth, and that seemed to be the deciding factor. Okay, in the walking away, the parting of ways, and the ending. Let's jump on over here to your Nine of Swords, please. I mean, it could have been you, but you felt it too, though, because you're technically the High Priestess, honey. You felt the strain too. You did. But I think you kept going with it. I do. And that's not an accusation. It's just, it exhausted you, but you kept going in it, even though you know it didn't feel right between you two. Okay. Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords. Show me that Nine of Swords. I do believe you're dealing with a fellow intuitive. Yes, absolutely. Nine of Swords. So that means you both knew to some extent the weight of this thing. Show me the Nine of Swords, please. Show me the Nine of Swords. Show me the Nine of Swords. So again, at this point, I'd like to remind you to take what resonates, leave what does not. Real tarot is for life. The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Swords. You know, there is something in here, in your energy, that says, this situation or person makes me very, very happy, but over time, I snuck away from it. Seven of Swords. I kind of disengaged from the happiness, and I stopped participating in the happiness a long time ago. It became more about my mental conflict with it. So there was something in you that suggested I have a mental conflict with this connection, even though it makes me feel very, very good. It makes me feel very, very good. But it is causing you, for some reason, it caused you severe mental conflict. Okay. The Sun, the potential for happiness here was here. You felt it. You did. But over time, with the Wheel of Fortune, we started sneaking away from that, and it just became more and more about the mental conflict that you were experiencing in this connection. In other words, the warmth isn't worth it. So your energy started to kind of do like this. I know it makes me feel warm, but I don't really want to acknowledge that it's causing me conflict. So that was already in you to begin with. So when I'm telling you something needed to stop, it needed to stop. This energy is overwhelming between you two. And it wasn't changing. It wasn't changing. That's the literal truth you two share. It wasn't changing. I didn't say you didn't love them. I'm not saying they didn't love you. Of course that's here. Why the hell do you think you two went at this as long as you did? There was a premise of love behind it. It was there the whole time. So too was that sense of happiness. But at some point, this connection stopped being joyful and just became a stronger sense of mental conflict for you. I don't know why. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Other than the strain, obviously. The inability of making your energy match in a way that says we're smooth and we're together and we're on the same page, you know? Show me that Seven of Cups, please, for Pisces. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Show me that Seven of Cups, please, for Pisces. Show me that Seven of Cups. The Hermit, you needed to heal too. The Knight of Wands, energy, the Lovers, yeah. Twice. Lovers, Hermit twice. You both had healing to do over this connection. You both did. You both feel it very strongly. They're telling me they needed to heal parts of themselves when it comes to this connection. You're telling me something very similar. There was love between you two. Also a great deal of passion and desire. A yearning for each other that was stupid. That's a lot of yearning. That's a lot of yearning. Longing. There's a good chance a big chunk of that energy was unrequited. In other words, it didn't come together. That's a lot of yearning. Desiring, wishing, longing, hoping. And the fact that the Seven of Cups is the baseline for it, there's a good chance a lot of this energy was in our head and in our heart in terms of fantasy, thinking about it. And it just kind of spiked the desire more and more as we imagined this person in a mental way, in an emotional way, but never really in the physical way. That's a lot of distance in between the emotional and the physical. They both had the opportunity to be present in the same place at the same time, but they never did. Not that I can see. Like I said, it looks unrequited. Okay. It could be, don't get me wrong, it could be a hell of a lot of passion that happened between you two. But I'm seeing it more as a hell of a lot of passion at the energetic level. And again, it kind of remained in that space of I could, with the Seven of Cups, I could, but it kind of came across more as a fantasy as opposed to reality. And somebody's energy said, we need to temper this with the Hermit, we need to heal it, we need to be practical about it. Oh, but that did not keep the feelings from being intense. It did not keep the feelings from being extremely intense. I am sympathetic. I understand that energy. I do. You know, it's so hard to see that because you can see the cups and you're so close to the physical reality. And it's what you're left is with a feeling that you can talk yourself out of. Tell yourself it's not practical, heal it, get over it, right? At the risk of sounding crude, you know, crass, but I am Sassy Scorpion Tarot. I think you might like this. In reference to that kind of energy. I remember, oh God, back in the day when I had a blog and I actively published erotica. Surprised? Probably not. When I actively published erotica, I enjoy it. It's a hobby. It is a hobby. You know, I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I had to shut it down, ultimately. Too many creeps. Too many creeps who didn't understand it was an artistic form. And it is an artistic form. I actually genuinely enjoyed it. It's complicated, it's challenging, and I enjoyed writing erotica. And I wish more people would read it, and I wish more people would try to write it. It's really challenging in all the best ways. But anyway, the creepers just got overwhelming, and I had to shut the website down. It was hardcore, man. And I would used to tell people all the time, I'm not for you. I'm not connected to you. I'm not interested in you. You just have a hard, excuse me, I'm going to use some real language now, so if you have little sensitive Piscean ears, go ahead and cover them. And I would just be straight up with them, rub one out and get on with your life. All you have is a hard on, right? All you have is a hard on. Just rub one out and get on with your life, right? And so somebody here, possibly the both of you, took that. This is immediately what that reminded me of, is something I used to say, and it kind of like you two took that consideration of each other's energy. It's fantasy. You know, the feeling's going to fade. It's here right now, and it's really, really strong, but it's going to fade. Let's talk ourselves out of it real quick. It's the practical thing to do. And here's the thing. This is not rub one out and get on with it energy. It's really not. It's not. It's not. I would tell you if it was. I mean, that's really easy to spot. We're talking soul bond connectivity here. We're talking patience over time. The way you two reconnected continuously, and you had the opportunity to make your feelings and your actions match in the same space at the same time, but you didn't. That tells me this is a little bit more than rub one out. Now, I'm not saying that you didn't have those fantasies. Oh, fuck yes, you did. You both, I'm sorry, I read Intimate Tarot, so for those of you who are a little shocked by this, if you'd like to check out some of my Intimate Tarot, they're in playlists for you, and in fact, the next round will be the next round of reads will be Intimate Tarot. So I'm very comfortable with looking at sexual energy. I don't know if you picked up on that. So what we're saying here is I'm seeing a similar process. You two had very strong fantasies about each other. So it was so vivid, the both of you. I don't know how far the intimacy went, excuse me, but it's like they couldn't meet at the same place at the same time when we were feeling it and when we would actually allow ourselves to entertain it, are two different things. So I'm telling you, this was a lot more than just, well, you know, I'll take care of that in my private time, and it'll go away. But it never did it? It never did. In this sense, I'm seeing the Hermit of it's the practical thing to do, to back off, to talk myself out of it, cool it off, reduce that heat, reduce the tension. But the tension always come back, didn't it? Show me that Lovers, please. Now here twice. Very strong. Show me that Lovers energy, please. Show me that Lovers energy. 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 Show me that Lovers energy, please. Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the Star. It's looking like you have a decision here to kind of refocus your energy on your foundation. You still have a very strong sense of deep desire here with the Star, what that is to you. It still seems to be connected to this person. You still have a very strong, deep drive for this energy, for this person. And your Queen of Swords is the Ten of Pentacles, but it's kind of like in the absence of that, I'm going to continue to focus on my foundation. That's where my concentration is. So in this respect, you seem to know logically what's up. Queen of Swords says, I'm going to focus on my foundation. Thank you very much. But behind your energy is still very much a deep desire for this person, and that's to be expected. Okay, with that kind of level of connectivity, it's to be expected. It's to be expected. I want to see if we still connect with this person. We still have a very strong sense of, I want to know if it's going to come back around, because at that kind of level of connectivity, there's a good chance that it will. I don't know. I know that you have a very strong desire, though. Very strong desire. And some way incorporating possibly this energy into your foundation, but I don't know what that means. Can I see more of this, please? Show me more of this, please. I want to learn more about the mental conflict and where it came from within you that kept you from enjoying this. Can I see more on this, please? Two of Cups. The Fool. Who had that very similar energy? I'll be darned. I'll be darned. It was Scorpio. I haven't done Cancers yet. It was Scorpio. There was some energy here that's very similar to that. So if you're connecting to Scorpio, if you have strong Scorpio in your chart, and they are here, you might want to check theirs out. Opening up towards the Two of Cups, the Chariot. It's kind of like in time. I'd like to open up towards this energy again in time, but with a sense of claiming an ownership that perhaps wasn't there between us in the past. It could be that you're opening up to brand new love, but I don't see that. I see it as, because, and I'll tell you why, your clarifying cards are still over this person. That is the Lovers. It's like you have a very strong desire in mind, possibly to incorporate this person into your foundation in future. Now, how far that future is, I don't know, but it's kind of like in time, we can open up towards this in pure love. It's beautiful. How we go from here to here? The fuck if I know. We'll see if we can build that bridge, because that's a hell of a, that's a hell of a gap jump. Okay. Do you remember that classic Simpsons episode where Bart jumps like the gully or the gulf or the chasm? Yeah, it's kind of like that. So we're back here. This connection makes me feel warm, but causes me conflict. I got to get away from it. I have very strong feelings for it, but it doesn't seem to form in the real world, or I can't allow it to, or it never seems feasible. Yet the strong feelings remain, and I keep coming back to it. And then boom, this person's sharp as hell in your future, and they're all in there. They're all in there. They are sharing a life with you. They're sharing a world with you. They're sharing a foundation with you. It's like, it's literally your dreams come true. And I'm not into sounding cheesy, but it's, the cheese is there. And I like cheese though. So I do. I like cheese. You know, so being cheesy is not a bad thing. It's just this person's all up in your foundation in the future. It looks solid as hell. It has so much definition, it's not even funny. So I want to know how the hell we went from this to that. I mean, you made up your mind. You made up your mind. As Pisces said, I've made up my mind. I want this person as part of my foundation. They're my hope, they're my desire, my future. I want the whole thing with them. I don't just want the connection, I want the reality too. And your energy comes back swinging hard in recognition of that Two of Cups and the Chariot. I mean, you got a stone cold poker face. Like, that's mine. I'm gonna make it happen with them. I'm gonna make it happen. I mean, bravo to you. I want to know how the hell, when does that happen? When does that happen, Pisces? I need to see it. You're spanning too far out. Hold on. Just let me catch up to you. Hold on. Show me this person, please. Show me this person. Show me the Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords, please. Show me that Six of Swords. Show me that Six of Swords. It's quite the twist. I like that. I like it. Go after who you want. Go after what you want. You see a future with them? Go. Go get them. Go get them. Well, they're going to come get you. Somebody's getting somebody. And then I just know that your foundation explodes. Your dreams explode. Your feelings explode. But that's all the best explosions. It's like, I got it all. You're telling me, your energy's telling me in the future, I got it all, and I got them too. Ooh. Ooh. I got it all, and I got them too, Christina. Okay, I believe you. Show me that Six of Swords. Now, I do see them making an exit, but they said they had to work on themselves. Okay? Show me that Six of Swords, please. Show me that Six of Swords. I'm not saying it wasn't without conflict. I'm not saying that it wasn't a hard decision. I'm not saying it didn't affect you. What I'm saying is that from their point of view, they said they had to work on themselves. All right, show me that Six of Swords, please. Page of Wands, the World. They recognized the issue. There it is. It was them. Okay. It was them. The World and the High Priestess. Your person's highly intuitive. Could be fellow Pisces, like I said, as well as Scorpio. We got some Virgo here too. They made that decision. They looked at the cycle that was happening between you, and intuitively they felt they had to move forward. Six of Swords. They saw the cycle where there was literally non-activity, no activity, and nothing was changing. Okay. They recognized it for what it was. More importantly, they felt it for what it was. Even if they couldn't articulate it, they felt it. They said, there's no change here. I gotta go. I feel like the timing is right, that I need to move myself forward, and there's things that I need to work on. Show me their Hermit, please. Well, I'll tell you what, their energy is very straightforward, very blunt. Show me the Hermit, please. 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 Show me the Hermit, please, for this person. Show me the Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, please. Show me the Hermit, please. The Fool. Ace of Swords. They opened up to the truth about the pain in their heart. Okay. That's what they had to heal. They had to open up towards the truth. The Fool with the Ace of Swords. Again, they're reflecting to me the shared energy. So that means at some point in their intuitive space, and then eventually their intellectual space, They recognized the non-change. Nothing was changing. And they said, this is something I need to fix within me. Why am I taking part of this? Why am I part of this cycle? How am I contributing to it? That's a big question for this person. How am I contributing to the non-change? I don't like circles. They're telling me, I don't like the circles. I don't like this. I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. I don't like the non-change. The energy between you and I never shifts. It never changes. I never have validity between us that this is going somewhere, that this means something, so they retreated. It's not an accusation on you, Pisces. It's what their energy is telling me. In their eyes, in their heart, in their mind, there was no proof that this cycle serves a purpose. They felt that they had to do something, so they did it. They had pain in their heart they needed to look at, and they opened themselves up towards it. In that respect of, I'm going to really look at my heart space and see what's wrong with me, that I contributed to this. Because they did. They actively contributed. Their energy's marked with it several times, except it's under recognition. I intuitively feel the kind of uselessness of doing this between you and I intellectually feel that it's causing me pain in my heart, and I need to look at my shit. What am I doing? Why am I participating in this? Why? Well, how come, what is it about you and I that neither one of us is willing to experience this further, to either officially close it off or open it up more? It's like, we got to pick a direction, bro. That's what their energy's saying. We either need to close this off or open it up. And they made a decision in that respect to retreat because they thought really that it was the right thing to do. Okay? And I said, I got to look at the pain in my heart. I do. Now, let's make this clear. You both actively contributed to this cycle. The only thing is that they kind of openly were like, I can't keep feeling like this. And I can't keep doing this. That's it. That's the only difference. I'm not saying you're ignorant. I'm not saying that you were unaware. A big part of you knew the same thing they did. You felt it. You felt the frustration. You felt the inability to come together with the person the way that you wanted to. That it was constantly getting pulled back by several spaces, either by your design or theirs or the both of yours. Okay, you actively contributed this too. It's just this person got to that place of exhaustion with it. And they said, something's wrong with me that I'm participating in this. So I gotta go. And so they took themselves out of the equation. Anything else, please? Anything else, please, about this person's hermit energy? Yeah, as far as I can see, they took it upon themselves to recognize the truth as well as the cycle. And they did as best they thought they could do when it comes to the situation. The Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. In time, with some looking back at the Seven of Pentacles, what this person has cultivated with you. They understand that the root system is here. They understood that it grew to a certain point. And when they reflect on that and looking backwards at you, they understand that they have love for you. They're not confused about that. They did. They had love for you. They had feeling for you. They did. But they're also telling me it was too slow. So Seven of Pentacles is in that classic respect of stagnation. We can grow something, you and I. Otherwise, that Seven of Pentacles wouldn't be here at all. So I know you and I can grow things. The thing is that we stopped growing. Specifically, we stopped growing the love, the expression of it, the advancement of it, and giving it more 3D energy. In other words, more room to grow. And they're telling me that they were in this in a long time with you, and they saw the kind of non-change behavior pattern, and that it had nowhere to go. That's it. They love you. They recognize that. But they're also saying it wasn't going anywhere. And so the biggest thing, they're actually pointing their energy back at themselves. If I'm being honest, they're pointing their energy back at themselves. They're not pointing it at you. They're pointing it at themselves. Like, how did I contribute to this? You know, how did I contribute to this? Why? How? How long has this been going on? Three of Pentacles. Show me that Three of Pentacles, please, for this person. Show me that Three of Pentacles, please. Show me that Three of Pentacles, please, for this person. Show me that Three of Pentacles, please, for this person. Knight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. If you can believe it, they are telling me that they are literally willing to work on the pain with you in future. Again, I want to see this bridge. I want to see this bridge real bad. I'm hoping to see that in the shared. I'm trying to understand when and how you two reconnect, because when you do, you go full on. Like, you are full on. You pretty much made it declarative, even to me. Oh, it's mine. This whole thing's mine now. And, yeah, I got them too. I got the whole thing. They're like, I'm willing to reconstruct with you. I'm willing to reconstruct with you, and if that means resolving our differences and resolving our pain, I will, and I want to. They are also expressing their energy toward you in the Knight of Cups. So their energy for you accelerates from a 3 to a 6. They're showing me cooperation in the interest of resolving differences and resolving pain, any unresolved stuff. So they're showing lower love to this situation and the interest of repairs. But again, it's in that respect of it needs to be balanced, it needs to be fair. And we need more of that consistent 3D energy, okay? But yes, they're willing literally to work through the pain, okay? And they are showing you emotional expression. Yes, they love you. And yes, they want to work on things with you. So that is the kind of energy I expected for future orientation. Yours is just like, oh, I'm going to have the whole damn thing. I'm gonna, you know, that was the complaint. Okay, all right. So you have very strong plans for this person in your mind, and in your Piscean mind, and in your Piscean heart. You have very strong plans for this person, and they're just like, I'm willing to repair with you. Again, I need to see how that connects up. I don't know. I need to see how that connects up. Oh, goodness. Okay. They're going to put the energy and effort into repairs with you. They are. They're going to have some doubts about themselves and this. They're very concerned that things might go back into a pattern between you two, and they don't want that. Again, it would just be more proof of this. They're very, very concerned about the pattern. They don't want to do the pattern again, right? But over time, through consistency, they're telling me as you and I continue to work through this and resolve our differences, I'm showing you more of my energy and I gain confidence. They seem to be pleased once more with that Queen of Wands energy. So they went from a 3, 6, 8 and realistic endeavors in terms of communication, working through the pain, resolving differences, showing emotionality towards you, including vulnerability. And when they do, when we have that consistency, their energy gently unfolds into a Queen of Wands. Then they're showing you passion and interest and their attention, full focus once more. It's weird because your 2 points of view are they're just like, I'm just trying to make shit work with you in the immediate future because I really want to. I want to resolve our differences. And you're like, oh, it's going to get bigger than that. You're being a bit cheeky. Your energy's like, oh, it's going to get much bigger than that. Trust me. Pisces is like, trust me, it's going to get much bigger than that. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know where that's coming from. It's like, oh, this wasn't going anywhere? Was that the issue? Okay, let's fix that. There you go. But this might be an extended timeline. In your mind, honey, you've already made up your mind. You're going to literally incorporate this person into your future. They're in your star, so that means it's far-reaching. The Ten of Pentacles, we have to work towards this, and it's far-reaching. So in your mind, you've already kind of had or starting to build a blueprint for the future, and they're in it. You're like, oh no, we're going to fix this. And they're like, I'm just trying to rebuild with you at a steady pace so I can rebuild the trust and the feelings with you. And you're like, oh, it's going to get bigger than that. It's interesting. That's very interesting. Show me the world, please. The shared energy, again, is the world, Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man. It was a cycle. It was a repeating cycle where nothing was changing. Okay. This person reflected that several times. Like you, they are highly intuitive. And again, very good chance it's a water sign. Show me the world, please. Show me the world, show me the world, show me the world, show me the world. Show me that world, please. There they are again. The Lovers, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands. We're gonna do this. We knew, right? Intellectually. And I am tying that King of Swords back to you because you already demonstrated the Queen of Swords to me in recognition of how this person is going to play a substantial role in your future. You know that. You seem to know that very well, with confidence, I might add. Like I said, it's a bit cheeky. I mean, I like it, but it's a bit cheeky. So I'm tying it back to you with the world. Your energy knew a long time ago who this person was to you. You knew. You knew you were on a loop-de-loop with this person. We didn't really want to recognize it, though, with the Page of Wands. You had the information, King of Swords. The King of Swords always knows what's up. That's his thing. That's his obligation. That's his gig. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm the King of Swords. But we executed the Page of Wands. In other words, we didn't want to pay it too much mind. We knew who this person was to us. We could feel it. And we were frustrated by it. Connected to it, but not connected to it. In it, but not in it. Sexual frustration is real. I'm not going to lie. But you knew who this person was for a long time to you. You felt it. But we didn't try to pay it too much mind with the Page of Wands. We interacted with it. We interacted with them. I'm not trying to say they're it, but you understand what I'm saying. We interacted with them, but it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much energy. It wasn't too much effort, and that's not an accusation. You both had your reasons, and again, their focus is, what did I play into this? What was my part? We knew who they were a long time ago. You two just spilled out the Lovers like 3 times. We knew who they were. And we were, again, on a loop with them. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, the truth. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. We were not giving this connection enough energy or effort to prove that it was going somewhere, so it just went around like that. You know? Yeah. Too much confusion. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. You always knew who they were to you. You felt it even if you couldn't explain it. You felt it very strongly, I might add. Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands. There it is again. We just know the truth of the reality here is that it became a burden and that at some point it had to stop. So here's that Ten of Wands, there's the Ten of Swords. We're going to reflect on this. We're reflecting on this. We're healing the pain. We're healing the drudgery. We're healing, or we're trying to take action and or communication. We're learning about this. Ace of Swords, we're learning about it. So it's looking like what we didn't want to acknowledge back here, we're learning it now in full force with that Ace of Swords. I don't know why you're learning so fast compared to back here, but for some reason you were learning fast now. And it could be that for some reason it was triggered by the separation. And again, sometimes it takes endings to understand beginnings, and sometimes it takes beginnings to understand endings. You know what I'm saying? So if we're going to have a cycle, it needs to be one that's informative. And we're learning things very fast now. Like fast. This knowledge is flying at you. I'm understanding the Ten of Wands, I'm understanding the strain, Christina, I'm understanding the ending, I get it. I wasn't paying it much attention back here, that it was on a loop, I get it, I kind of understand why they did what they did. That doesn't mean it didn't hurt me. In fact, it fucking hurts me. Actually, it hurts me quite a bit, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm learning, and I'm learning fast, okay? And so you are. My goodness, you are learning fast. You are learning fast about this. They already knew. They acknowledged it over here. But now you're catching up to that Ace of Swords. I get the burden. I get the ending. I get the burden. I get the ending. You're looking at it now. Show me the Hanged Man. Show me the Hanged Man. Show me the Hanged Man. Or they are. People get so offended. Yeah, eventually we will balance again. But it needs to be more productive this time. Get it out of the confusing and into the determination of the solid. Yes, yes, yes. And people get so mad when I suggest, well, we had stuff to learn, and we had to learn stuff the hard way, and then we had to correct our actions. What do you mean? It was them, it was them, it was them. Okay, well, with that kind of attitude, we're not going to learn very much from tarot. That's just not going to help anybody. So if you're not in that position where you think you had anything to learn or improve, you're not going to get much from this message. This person, I mean, it could be you, of course, reverse energy says it applies. Somebody cottoned on to the situation and they did what they had to do. They took full ownership of their part, the play. They learned shit the hard way and they acted on it. So, you know, it's honestly, I'd rather you be this Pisces, the one who says, I'm making an open declaration of my future and I know who's going to be in it. Whatever problems there were between us is not going to be an issue in the future. I have every reason to believe, intend, and plan that this person is going to be there heavily in my life. And it's so interesting you have such a strong, sharp vision of that when they're just like, I want to repair things with you, sincerely, with as much effort in it as you are giving me, and so I can feel better about us again. That's it. That's all they're telling me. So, I mean, I don't want anyone to be offended, honey, real terror, real life. It takes two people. It takes two people to fuck it up. It's going to take two people to fix it. And that's if you want to. So, if you're here looking at an ex and you're just determined to hate them, this is not the Pisces I'm looking at. I'm not looking at a Pisces determined to hate their ex and hope that they burn in hell and all the other crap that I hear in the comments. I'm not into that. These are two people who really do want to incorporate each other in their lives. So that means acknowledging on both sides of the fence where we went wrong, and if it's truly meant for us, we'll come back together in the interest of repairs and work our shit out. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be one of these tarot readers that says, oh, they're going to fail without you and they're going to beg you for forgiveness. I don't do that crap. That's the fast food 10-minute tarot, and I don't take it seriously, nor should you. But if that's what you're into, okay. Just know you're not going to get it from me. Sometimes I do see a lot of fault on one side. Oh, yes. And I'll tell you. Honey, when I see a lot of fault on one side, I'll be like, that's a piece of shit. And if you're not familiar with my channel, catch up on some old videos. You'll find it eventually. I'll be like, that's an asshole. That's a lowlife. That's some low-level energy right there. Don't mess with them. Don't bother with them. I'll tell you. I say two people who have every opportunity in the world to make a hell of a life that is forceful, a force to be reckoned with. It's powerful, but it's also in desperate need of recognition about that cycle on both sides. Okay? The Hanged Man, the Hanged Man, the Hanged Man, the Hanged Man. It's completely different. I worked with clients privately for years. That's all tarot was before there was YouTube. You only worked with clients privately, one-on-one. It's completely different when you put yourself out there on the internet and you're on a collective, and so many people are so angry and they have so much unresolved shit. So they watch tarot hoping for the best or looking for the worst, but not the realistic in between. It's sad. Working with one-on-one is completely different. It's completely different. Okay, we are going in future to take the bad feeling out of this. Okay, with the Hanged Man, eventually it's going to come out, that bad feeling that I don't know about these cups, I don't know if I can trust them, into forward momentum. Okay, with the Chariot. It's going to come out of that confusing, fearful, scary place, and it's going to actually go into a place that has movement and direction. Okay, it will come out of stalemate. It will come out of this space of feeling bad. It's going to move forward. Okay, and I'm talking like those uncomfortable feelings back here when we were looking at that Seven of Cups and the intensity of those feelings, so we backed away from it, or we talked ourselves out of it, or we said it wasn't practical, or it was all just fantasy. You know, we're going to get out of that fantasy land of confusion and pain into something that says, okay, this is going to have movement, this is going to have forward momentum, and you have to trust that process. So when that happens, I don't know. But like I said, your energy is showing me leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. They're showing me repairs. Slow, steady, consistent, sincere repairs. Okay? Anything else, please? Heavy Scorpio energy. Yeah. I know it seems like I know there came a point, honey. I know. Oh, no. Heavy Scorpio energy here today. I know it seemed like it was over, and yet the resurrection principle stands. And then, boom. We have very strong overarching stuff. There's a lot of stuff in here I'm not saying. The bridges and gaps and things. I just can't do that. This is spanning over time. So for those of you who want a blueprint, that's not what I'm doing. Go out, live life, make it happen, and then you'll fill in the blanks for yourself. That's how tarot works. All I can do is give you an overview or sketch, and it either applies to you or it doesn't. The rest is up to you how you want to fill in those blanks. What we thought was over will be resurrected, and then we don't know it, but it's going to enter into a period of foundation and stability in the long run, which you are determined to have with this person. Okay, once we start to accept the love for what it is, that it was always there, that it was always pure, that it was always well-intended, and that it's just a very strong feeling between the two of you that may not have presented itself at the best time. It might have been terribly confusing. It may be that you two were never able to express yourself fully, and for God knows there's thousands of reasons why. That comes down to you and your individual experience. All I know is this. I'm looking at a Pisces who says, I will focus on my foundation, but I'm not going to do it alone. Someone's going to be in there with me, and it's that person whom I deeply desire. And I will go towards them when the timing is right. Speaking of which, or open up towards them, whatever it is. Yeah, see, you made that decision, or you will, in the future. Yeah. You made that decision, or you will in the future. Look at that. There you go. The love, the care, the nurturing. This is mine, and I know this. This relationship is mine. This commitment's mine, etc. Oh my goodness, it's so far out, though. It's so far out. It's going to require work, guys. Talking, conversation, opening up, but more to the point, continuing to move that chariot forward. But at what point, I don't know. All I know is that you want the whole kit and caboodle with them, as we say. You want the whole kit and caboodle with it, and you are determined to get it. Right now, we are not in the position to think about reconnecting with this person. It still hurts, and it still makes us angry, and it still makes us frustrated. We're not thinking about that, or we're trying not to think about it. We're thinking about, I'm not reconnecting with them. Fuck that, they hurt me. It's too much of a burden. It's too much of a strain. We actually want to, but we're not in a position to see that yet. Okay, so can we say when that actually happens then? Because I told you this is not right around the corner. You're thinking accelerated so far into the future. I don't know where you are. I see their immediate future, but you're like, oh no, I'm going to have the whole thing with them. So, they're showing me a lot of 3D energy. When do we start constructing? When do we start reconstructing? When do we start reconstructing? When do we start reconstructing, please? When do we start reconstructing? I can't. Why is everybody getting 27? Everybody's getting 27. I've been saying 27 like crazy. Why is 27 so fucking important? I don't know. Everybody's getting 27. 26, 27, 28. Piscean season, that's you. The Pisces, the 18th, of course, might be important. That is your power number. And then we also have Piscean season. So that is late February to late March. It may not be till spring. Yes, of course. Could be a couple of years. I don't know. It's for some of you, not all of you. I can't tell. The strongest indication I have by far is you. Queen of Pentacles, Chariot. Could be by summer. After Capricorn, the next Earth season is Taurus, and then after that is Virgo. Somewhere could be between Taurus and Cancerian season. Somewhere in there. Which also includes Gemini season. I don't know. I can't see it yet because you can't either. Because we're still blocking the energy. We can't see it. We can't see it. And I don't mean that they're blocking you or you're blocking them. I mean, like, you know, we blocked numbers. That's not what I mean. The energy between you two is currently non-active. It's currently non-active. And you can't see a way of reconnecting with them yet. You still try not to think about it. Never mind when we start reconnecting and building with this person. It tells me you think that there is no chance in hell. You think that there is no chance in hell, Pisces. But I'm gonna push right back on you. Honestly, it's you that's gonna be driving this. You can't see it now. You can't feel it now. You're convinced it's dead or that it's over. And I'm telling you, it's not. Not only is it not over, this person becomes your future. Very much so. You want them there. That tells me a lot of things have not shifted. Not yet. Your perspective is still, no, I don't want to see that person. I don't want to experience their energy. They hurt me. Okay. So when I say this might take a couple of years before you get to happily ever after over here, yeah, could be. Page of Pentacles, the most realistic form of conversation I've seen so far. Could be, again, during your season or thereabouts, March. It's the only time I've seen just a hint, a whiff of communication go out either way. March, for some of you. For others of you, you will not see this thing fully developed under your vision until a couple years out. Okay? And I'm talking that's the whole kit and caboodle. And by the way, you can't have a foundation, a chariot, and 2 of cups, and blah, blah tomorrow. You just fucking can't. That's going to take time. So even if the lines of communication open up in March, I'm telling you, this thing is going to take time to progress. Okay? Their energy is just happy to try to work and resolve things with you. Okay? And you're talking about long haul energy, long term. Yeah, that's going to take a couple of years to play out. Okay? That's going to take a couple of years to play out. It's all right. These things realistically do take time. I don't think either one of you are bad people. I think you were both hurt by the same situation that you were both feeding into. But I'll tell you what, whatever it is you weren't seeing before, you're starting to learn very, very fast. But you're not in a position to communicate or talk to this person yet. Not for a while. Okay. All right. Let's keep on. What? Really? I haven't used this one in a minute. This is the Infinity Oracle. What? That actually says under an hour. That never happens. I mean, it does, but even it always shocks me. Oh, honey, the way you are putting me through this, I'm going to show you 6 months from now. I'm going to show you a year from now. I'm going to show you 2 years from now. I thought we were over an hour. What does Pisces need to see? 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 Positive change, secret admirer, healing old wounds. Yeah, no, we still have admiration for this person, but it's secretly, I'm sure it's running both ways, you know. In that respect, they still think about you, and they still admire you, and they still have, they already told me they have feelings for you. That part's never changed. And that's the part they were least confused by. Their confusion revolved around the fact that nothing was changing, okay? So we want the positive change here. Your person wants positive change, and I think you do too. And we do need to heal old wounds. And that's what I see you do, the both of you doing. Union, spiritual protection. Yeah, this was I know it seems unusual, but the union part I saw, that's That's a non-brainer. The spiritual protection, just please know it was in both of your best interests. It had to play out this way. It had to play out this way. Again, no change equals no change equals no change. The 360 shit is exactly that. This is all it is. It's going around the washing machine. Okay? And if you ever do as much laundry as I do, the washing... Let me tell you something. That's the real never-ending story. Okay? That's the real never-ending... The wash cycle is the real never-ending story. It just goes round and round. And that had to be intercepted. It had to be broken. The circle had to be broken. By all means, show me an infinity loop. That's fine. That's healthy. That's two people contributing to the same cycle in a way that's healthy and spiritually bonded. But don't show me this. This gets us nowhere. Okay? And I've been having to say that to collectives more and more lately. It's time to break the loop. But anyway, it was spiritual protection. I know it didn't feel like that way. I'm sure it hurt. I'm sure that they hurt you in that respect, that they moved forward. How? Why? Words spoken? Ghosted? I don't fucking know. Blocked? I don't know. But I promise you, it actually ends up protecting the union in the future instead of dissolving it. But that's only for two people who understand their self-worth and what it is they actually want to get out of this. You know? That's it. This union is for two people who actually understand what they want, what their worth is, what their value is, what their time, energy, and efforts is worth, and then they act in the coordinates to it, not against it. That's what I'm looking at. So if we were looking for a quick fix, or I want to know if that Pisces down at the bar is thinking about me, no. Like I said, I don't do that crap. Okay, what's going on, please? Show me what's going on, please. You have to know what you're worth. They have to know what they're worth. All right? Anything else going on here, please? Work through your fears, the new moon in Scorpio. So for some of you, like I get heavy Scorpio energy in this reading. Heavy Scorpio energy in this reading. Some Cancer as well. Heavy Gemini as well. A touch of Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but work through your fears, the new moon in Scorpio. So we have dark night of the soul stuff to work through. We have fear, connectivity stuff to work through. We have that challenge of change in our future and what does it look like. Those are all fears. They're all normal. They're all healthy. We need to work through them in a new moon in Scorpio. And then for some of you connecting to Scorpio, you got to literally work through your stuff with them, whoever that is. Okay, nothing is yet set in stone. See? I told you. I know in your eyes. I know. And I have every reason to believe you, honey. I know you think. I know you think it's over. But here's the thing. Not only does it come back, it comes back stronger than where you last left it. The both of you, really. It's like, I know it seems like it's done over, dead and dusted, but it's really not. It's just the beginning. I promise you, this union, whatever this connection is that you two have, in order to protect it, you two had to break first. Otherwise, how else could you possibly move forward without understanding what was lost, right? Again, sometimes beginnings are endings and endings are beginnings. It's just a matter of knowing what's worth fighting for, what's your self-worth, what's their worth, and bringing your worths together. That's you, new moon in Pisces. Like I said, there might be some energy exchange there, very small. Possibly around your birth season. Okay. Shocks me. No, I don't love you any less just because they're under an hour. There's always so you can't please it. You just can't. They're too long. They're too short. L, that Cancerian energy. You might have some very strong Cancer in your chart, which would make perfect sense to me. I saw that several times. But yes, you also could be connecting to the butterfly, soft transformation, but it takes time. It's delicate. It's a delicate operation. Owl, big wisdom, more of that King of Swords energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then also acknowledging the truth, being wise, and it's a touch of Virgo in there as well. Oh. Okay, MW, goldfish, that's you. Pisces, big heart, that was attached to you. Yes, you do. Gecko, Aries, Leo, Sag. The rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. We're always busy. Didn't make the time. I don't know. It's just that sense of constant busyness, constant running around. And, you know, maybe perhaps not understanding that we were running around like that. The cat, intuitive. Yeah, I know. I saw it a couple times for somebody. Okay, the intuitive. There it is again. As I said that, as I live and breathe, the intuitive 3 times now. That's also your medallion. So you could be dealing with fellow Pisces. You could be a double, triple Pisces with some damn strong Scorpio in your chart. I don't know, but someone here is highly, highly intuitive. So this is your medallion face down with your power word behind it. The key word being intuitive here. So I'm not really seeing it as the sign. It's the concept. It's confirmation. Someone here is highly intuitive and they understood the cycle and saw it for what it was. Rather, they felt it for what it was. Dragon, Aries, Leo, Sag, Crab. There's more of that Cancerian energy. Somebody has a very small dog, and we're talking toy dog, you know, Yorkie, Chihuahua, Terrier, one of the small ones. Grapes. Somebody enjoys the growth, their efforts, their profits. Loves a good glass of wine, likes their food, you name it. Okay, no, that's enough. I think... Oh no, I make a right mess of my table. Oh. There we go. Action, the new beginnings. It's a combination of the Ace of Wands as well as the full energy. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in your Jupiter energy. It's a time of action. Beginnings will come. I know. The past, suffering of the past. There was a lack. Somebody saying that they had a lack. There wasn't enough. There wasn't enough. There wasn't enough. They cried many times at night. They said it's never enough. Attraction, Mars, hot, yes. Somebody here is very attractive, I have no doubt. they're very, and then also that's heavy Mars energy. So Mars, of course, is Aries as well as Scorpio. Attraction, very hot, yes, no doubt. Okay, Ace of Pentacle, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. A lot of strong energy in here. There will come a time for action, but right now we feel like we can't because the past is still hurting us. This person hurt us. We cried. They cried too. I know it doesn't seem like that, but they did. I promise. I promise you they cried too. Attraction. Deeply attractive. Very sensual. Sensual as well as sexual. Very much so. Oh yes. There will come a time for action with this person. They will be a good investment, a good life partner, but that heat between you two will remain, no doubt. No doubt. Okay, that's enough. I would love to really micro tarot that shit and see the bridge that you were showing me. I'm not the bridge. You're showing me the end result of what you deeply desire and you have every intention of making come true in future. It's very realistic in your eyes. I want you to get there with this person. If that's what you want, I want that for you. You seem to be saying, this is the best. This is my worth. This situation actually does represent the best of my worth and the best of me. So therefore, I'm going to pursue it. And I know this. They're like, I'm just happy that I'm working my shit out with Pisces. I just... I want to see you get that. I want to see you cross that rainbow bridge. I do. I really, really do. That's a lot of determination. Okay, that's enough, honey. You put in the comments as you see fit. We'll check up on you in a couple weeks, which will be the intimate tarot readings. You guys, take care. Be well.